Okay, here's that video I told you I'd make you. So with your version, you can't create 3D models, obviously, but the way I do it when I'm 3D machining, especially if, I don't know how you're going to do this. If you're going to try laying this model on the cross and machining it as one piece, or you're going to try machining this rifle and then sticking it on there, which could be a cool thing if you did it out of two different types of wood, like a lighter wood on the cross, and then done this out of like walnut or something like a maybe a sapele or something like that where it's darker. The walnut would probably look better because it's a darker wood. That's the M4 obviously, which is black. But that's up to you. If you need, I can maybe send you a model with tabs in it if you want to try machining it by itself, because I don't know how thick you're trying to make your cross, but this model is about 1.3 inches thick. So, I mean, there's not a lot of tooling out there that, um, if you're trying to machine that all by itself, or, as one model. Rip Precision makes some bigger stuff, but you're going to need at least a 3/8 inch shank capability, which I use. Um, and then I also can go up to half inch. So maybe just watch this video, and then if you decide you want to put tabs in for have me do it, I'll do it. I don't normally do this with people, but it's kind of a special situation, like you told me, with you guys losing a soldier. I'll just show you the rough machining process. So I'm gonna do it without the tabs in it here, so I'm just using model boundary. Usually I use selected vectors for the tabs, but that's not necessary right now. So the offset, I usually go half inch, unless I'm using a 3/8 inch tool, which that would have worked for. I'm using a half inch tool. I don't know what size your size capability is. It's probably a quarter of an inch. So you'll have to pick that, obviously. You'll probably want a 90-degree raster angle. You always want to cut 90 degrees with the grain, or you can do a 45, never with it. Like I said, I don't know your experience level. And then just hit calculate, and then we'll preview it. And that did not do it how I thought it was. So that's 0. So 0 will give us what? Yeah, go that way, not that way. So that's your rough. And go back into it. You want to give yourself at least that much machining allowance. It's how much extra material it leaves. Because if you go too close, it can nick in past the wood to where the finished pass can't take care of it. So there you go. That's the finish. I think we might be. I just need to look at something really quick. Cancel, close, set. That's all good. You want this your gap below model. If you're trying to do this by yourself, you want it to be down here. This is the extra material on top. You want that to be 0. Everything's good there. And then we'll go to the finish. I use a 16th inch taper ball nose from Rip Precision. It's that 3/8 inch shank, and it's got a 2.5 inch cutter on it. They've got some longer ones too for quarters. They're not quite that long, but like I said, my Cam Master can handle that bigger stuff. So we're still on model boundary. Boundary offset's half inch. Just gives you enough room if you do the tabs to be able to get something down there and cut them and not worry and have to nick in your model or your finished piece. And then getting a raster. You don't need that. And then I don't like doing offset because it just works its way out into a bigger circle in a sense, and it leaves a lot of lines. And then just hit calculate, and then we'll just run both of them. and these little lines here, they don't mean anything. I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't know how much experience you've got, but I've seen a few people cut this file and have had no issue with it, with like these thin areas. I put a little bit of draft on everything. Um, so instead of it just slamming into it, if there's a draft, which is an angle on each side, then the tool comes in. Say if it's coming in from this side, and then it just ramps up instead of just slamming into it and then going up. There's not near as much tear out and whatnot. So, so that probably, maybe I'll need a little bit, if we go to a better toolpath preview, which will take longer, but we'll see if that text shows up a little bit better. Yeah, so it shows up. It's not gonna be perfect because you know the text is pretty thin, and that 16th inch can only fit in there so much. So, but yeah, that's it. I'm going to stop it here. I'll send you this video. I got to get your email to send it to, or I'll post it on YouTube. But take a look at this video, and then if you have any questions, just send them to me. And then basically, I need to know how you're gonna machine this. Like I said, if you're gonna just stick this on top of the cross and then machine it that way, or if you're gonna do them separately and then stick them together. But all right, just let me know.